Title: White House races to wrangle rogue animal tranquilizer. But are new restrictions off the table? TLDR, as a vet's best friend, Xylazine is making a dangerous crossover into human misuse. The US government is wrestling with this wild equine tranquilizer as it gallops into the country's drug scene. But when it comes to reining it in with new restrictions, whoa, Nelly, says the White House. They're not ready to rein it in just yet. When you think party animal, a horse or a sheep might not be your first choice, but they're sharing the stage now with a serious human party pooper. Xylazine, a potent tranquilizer used to calm our hoofed friends, has recently crashed the illicit drug market. Now it's causing more than just a mare's tail worth of problems in the US, including gnarly skin sores and scrambled attempts at treating addiction and reversing overdoses. This week, the officials in the big house, that's the White House, not the slummer, FYI, called for more research on Xylazine, known on the streets as Tranq. While they're down for more testing, they hit the brakes on recommending new restrictions on the animal sedative. Why? Well, let's saddle up and gallop through the details. The White House's Drug Control Office came up with a 6-point plan to curb the Xylazine epidemic. It includes bulking up testing, treatment, and efforts to block illegal shipments of this drug, which has been snuck into fentanyl and other illegal opioids. But the key word here is more testing, no new restrictions or control measures. You gotta ask, is the White House putting the cart before the horse? The issue with Xylazine isn't just a one-trick pony. This tranq doesn't just tranquilize. When used by humans, it can cause heart and breathing rates to plummet to scary levels. Plus, it can lead to serious open sores and infections. Let's not forget the whole addiction and overdose situation. So, this is a legit problem. Yet, even with all these risks, there's pushback against restricting Xylazine. Who'd be defending it, you ask? Vets, farmers, and others who work with it regularly. They argue that they need it for its legitimate use in sedating animals. So, while we're screaming, why isn't the government doing something? There's another group saying, hold your horses, we need it. Talk about a wild ride. Now, you might be thinking, surely, they've got a handle on this, right? Well, let me burst your bubble. The White House's plan is mainly focused on improving how the drug's use is tracked and treated by health professionals. The plan doesn't include new federal funding, leaving it all in Congress's hands. So, what's next? An all-out ban? Restrictions? Free horse tranquilizers for all? Hard to say. The White House's plan is more about studying the spread and impact of Xylazine than putting up roadblocks to its use. It's a bit like trying to lasso a wild stallion with a piece of string. Sure, you might slow it down a bit, but you're not stopping it. And the end goal here? A 15% reduction in Xylazine-related overdose deaths by 2025. So, let me leave you with this to chew on. Is the White House's plan to tackle Xylazine effective enough? Or is it time we tighten the reins on this out-of-control animal tranquilizer?